Ah, the simple life. Wouldn't it be nice if everything was just so easygoing and simple all of the time? No, probably not. It would probably be pretty damn boring now, wouldn't it, right? We need a little bit of drama every once in a while just to add some spice to life and to shake things up a little bit. But the problem is that most likely lately in a certain area of your life, things have been a little bit too shaken, they've been a little bit too stirred, and a little bit too close to for comfort than you would like for them to be. And let's face it, those are not the specific types of challenges that you need in your life, or really that you want in your life. Now, what area of your life might this have been in? Well, of course, you know and you understand, but if you want to understand more deeply, you might consider scheduling an astrological service with me through the astrological services page of my website. If you're interested in doing that, you can do so through the link above. But anyway, sacrifices and challenges are really good for us. It helps us to understand just how far we're willing to go for certain situations and just how far we're not willing to go for certain situations, right? But what's uncomfortable about them, especially the last few weeks, is you've likely been finding yourself in a position where you've been confronting doubt on a very deep level. This is because of the proximity between Mercury and Rahu, and that can take you into some pretty dark and deep places. But as Mercury is getting ready to station direct overnight on the 31st of July to the 1st of August, dependent upon where you are on the planet, a process is beginning to come to a close, where things have perhaps felt a little bit stuck. You're now beginning to have a little bit of momentum that can move behind you. But let's stress that that's likely going to happen a little bit at a time. And this new moon is in Nakshatra. And if you check out my other video on that, you'll understand that it's going to bring on a certain level, its own level of intensity, right? But the key at the moment is to recognize that your fears don't have to hold any power over you. Now, most likely over the course of the last several weeks, along with the doubt that you've been finding yourself having to confront, you're likely having some old fears from the past resurface. And that's feeling a little bit intense. As you're trying to work with a specific situation, you're likely finding that there's a lot of restrictions and a lot of impositions upon your time and extra links that you're having to go to in order to cope with things. And it's making you feel like, maybe this is absolutely the wrong path for me to take. But it's not. You're just needing to get clear on how far is far enough to go and how much energy you're going to need to put into a specific situation in order to change it, and you're needing to decide how important that is to you. And actually, it's probably pretty darned important, right? But you had to go through this process of doubt. You had to go through this process of insecurity. You had to go through this process of instability in order to find yourself in the present moment, where you can take what you've learned from all those restrictions that you've faced and apply it to your situation with an absolutely clean slate, as long as you are willing to recognize that fears are just that. Fears. Sometimes they actually relate to something. Sometimes they don't. And that's why they call them fears, because you don't know which of those things they're going to do. But by the same token, since you don't know which of those things they're going to do, you don't need to worry about it quite so much. You need to just recognize that it's a fear. Put that to one side. Focus on what you've learned. Apply it to your situation. Recognize that you have the strength to surmount the obstacles that you're dealing with, and above all else, the strength to overcome your fears. Hey everybody, starting this coming Saturday, the 3rd of August, I'm going to be holding a 15-week webinar course on the Panchangam. These are the 5 components that come together to create the overall energy of a day. If you want to learn how to work with these particular techniques, please visit my webinar courses page, which is linked above, where you'll see information on that particular course plus several others. That's going to do it for this look at Mercury stationing direct overnight on the 31st of July to the 1st of August 2019, and that's in Pushya Nakshatra. Until next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.